Vatican Radio has 52 languages in which programs are broadcast every day. In the Vatican Radio, for India, Tamil began in 1986. Later on, Hindi, Malayalam, English were added. Of late, Kannada is also added as a part of Radio Vatican transmission. I was in the Tamil section, worked strenuously with a great enthusiasm. I had opportunity to travel around the Vatican City state. I had very good contacts with the cardinals, bishops, priests, and the religious and the staff in Vatican during my time from 1996 to 2001, where I worked. I walked in and around the Vatican Square hundreds and hundreds of times. What a lovely chance and opportunity that I had. I met Pope Saint John Paul II twice. It was a beautiful and wonderful occasion where I remember, by working in Vatican Radio, Italy and Rome, Vatican, all these three units are very close to my heart as my second nation, our second place of life, which I love most. I speak Italian almost fluently. I thank God for that wonderful opportunity that I had. I used to walk in and around Vatican Bank so many times for financial transactions. And I visited the Vatican Garden so many times with my friends and so on. I visited the Vatican Mess for our food and lunch every day or other. And we have a photography center also in Vatican, which is so popular. And there are so many other things that Vatican can boast about. I can boast a lot about Vatican, the Vatican, Vatican City State, Santa Sede. Sede means a seat. Santa means holy. Holy seat is the chair of St. Peter, namely the Pope. If you visit Rome, you should visit Vatican Basilica, the largest cathedral in the world, Catholic cathedral church in the world. We have four major basilicas in Rome which are so popular: St. Peter Basilica, Maria Major Basilica, or Maria Maggiore, we call it, Mary Major Basilica, St. John Lateran Basilica, Basilica di San Laterano, and the fourth one is Basilica of St. Paul. Basilica of St. Paul outside the present city of Rome, new city, and that was in the old city. So these are the four major greatest basilicas in the world, among which St. Peter is the topmost, where I had been so many times. I remember Vatican with a great cheer, with great gratitude to the Lord and God. And that is why Pope is remembered so fondly. We are all called Roman Catholics because Rome is in Italy and the Holy Vatican is in Rome. And in Vatican, Holy Father lives with cardinals and bishops, administering, guiding, shepherding the Catholics of the world, even Christians, other religious people, by ecumenical activities, interdenominational, inter-Christian denominational relationships, meetings and programs, and inter-religious dialogue. So, Holy Father Pope is not only for Christians but for the entire world. This is the time the whole world is mourning over the death of great soul Pope Francis. Popes live in the city-state of Vatican, but Pope Francis did a different thing, something very unique. He did not stay in the Vatican city-state palace. Rather, he stayed in Santa Marta, a different community house. Vatican is the smallest city-state in the world. It has 107 acres of land only, in which you find different infrastructures like Vatican Palace, Sistine Chapel, Post Office, Television Center, Vatican Radio, supermarket, dispensary and a small hospital, Vatican Garden, Vatican residences for cardinals and bishops chosen, Italian force, Swiss guards, fuel station, an old locomotive, railway locomotive stand, and variety. Pope, whom we call Holy Father, is the Bishop of Rome. He is a seat, sede, or the Holy See. He is in the Vatican state, city-state. Holy Father lives in the Vatican city-state. However, Vatican, the smallest city-state in the world, has got tremendous power of different kind. Politically, it's a small. Holy Father, Pope, is the spiritual guide, leader, and spiritual light coming after first Pope, whom we call Saint Peter. Pope is addressed as a successor of Saint Peter. We call it as a Santa Sede, which means Holy See. The Holy See refers to Vatican. Vatican has got many congregations, councils, committees, offices that run about the whole world, guiding and living for 1.3 billion Catholics, meaning 130 crore Catholics. This shows Pope is the greatest among all the hierarchical structures in Vatican city-state. Holy Father is not only the spiritual director and leader of the Catholic Church, he is also a great diplomat to guide the whole world from different perspectives: social justice, economic development of poor nations, environment, calling out leaders of the world to give justice to the poor and the marginalized. Holy Father raises concern for the sick and the dying, irrespective of caste, creed, sex, race, and nation. Late saintly and venerable Pope Francis was 266th Pope elected in 2013. After the funeral of a Pope, the election of new Pope is being undertaken in a few weeks' time. This process is called conclave. The Catholic world has 136 cardinals who are under 80 years of age. Those cardinals above 80 years have no right to cast vote to elect the new Pope. India has 4 cardinals who have right to vote to elect the new Pope. The 136 cardinals will gather in the closed Sistine Chapel. It is done very, very, very diplomatically, solemnly, and secretly. No cardinal will have even a mobile phone, even any communication system. So to say, all will confide themselves in this Sistine Chapel, the world famous Sistine Chapel that has frescoes, paintings of world renowned artists and painters